Are you new to meditation and would like some pointers on how to get started? Well, this is a meditation for you. I started meditating regularly for about 10 years ago, and the way I view meditation has dramatically changed since then. So I'd like to take this little introduction and share what I've experienced and what I've learned during that time with you. So my name is Josefin, and you're listening to Consciousness in Me. What people usually talk about is posture, that we have to sit in. Not have to, but that it's advisable to sit in meditation posture. And it can be, if that's comfortable for you. But if it's not, then choose a position that's comfortable for you. Whether that's sitting up on a chair or lying down, that's up to you. And also make sure your breathing is free, in the sense that you don't have anything tight around your neck or something that's obstructing your belly from surrender to your breathing. And it's not a necessity. It's just a signal to your body that it's okay to relax. Giving your body the best possibilities to support you. And my next invitation is to completely forget about meditation. Whatever you think about meditation, whatever you want to get started, let's just wipe that off the plate. This is a moment to just be. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to perform anything. This is not foreign to you. You already know how to do it. Notice if that shifts anything inside of you. Letting go of meditating. Just being. And when I say notice something inside of you, it's not something far-fetched. It basically means if I put my attention inwards, what do I notice? What is the first thing I encounter? Maybe it's a thought. Or maybe you don't even recognize it as a thought. Maybe it's more, I am experiencing that I don't know what she means. Well, that is actually a thought. That is what you are experiencing. Or maybe you're experiencing colors around you, if you have your eyes open. That is what you're noticing right now. And if you feel like closing your eyes, sometimes it's easier to close your eyes, then feel free to do that, but it's not a prerequisite to be able to meditate. It's just supportive, because our vision is one of the senses that tends to pull us out, tends to lure us into being persuaded by our minds. Check in with your breathing. See if there's any deep breaths that wants to come. And also notice if you take this very serious, or if there's any room to invite playfulness, curiosity. And see if there's a room or a possibility to assure yourself that you cannot get this wrong. There is no way to fail. You are already the living embodiment of what we call meditation. What we're doing now is just supporting us to notice that. And notice if there was any change in your experience or in your body posture. You cannot fail at being yourself. It's just a matter of noticing it or not. Another thing to pay attention to is that when we notice a thought, it usually comes up as I am thinking. It's often associated with contractions in the body that makes them a little bit harder to notice unless you're very aware of where to look. So check in with your body if you want to stretch somewhere. You can check in by actually moving, stretching your arms, moving your face. There's a lot of thoughts and ideas about the world that's stuck in our faces. So allow yourself to crunch your face, open your jaw. If any sighs want to come out, any deep breaths with sound, see if you can allow them to come. And usually when we are not aware or we're not used to being aware of our thoughts, it's easy to get pulled back into them. And it sometimes takes a while for us to notice that we've even been pulled in by the thought. Notice if you're pulled in by any thought right now, or if you can observe it passing by, like in a monologue, or like clouds passing on a blue sky. See if you can create a little bit of distance with the part of you that notices the thought or the voice, and the voice or the thought itself. And that's it. Now you created or you notice the space inside. When we live our day-to-day life, easy to get caught in the things that we experience around us. And we fail to notice that there is an inner world that is immensely rich. It's vast, and there's so much going on behind the screen, so to speak, inside of us. And this moment is to just notice that. To turn the attention inwards. So layer by layer, peel away the external world, not by making it go away, not by stopping our thoughts, just by noticing them. Noticing that there's a difference between the noticing itself, the entity or the action of noticing, and what is being noticed. And check in if that is true for you. Letting go of seriousness, inviting playfulness, letting curiosity lead. What do I notice on the inside? And allow everything to be part of that curiosity. Even if there's boredom arising, or maybe a voice expecting you to be perfect at this, see that you are noticing that. There is a gap between the one noticing and what is noticed. And if you get pulled in by thought, just repeat the process. Is there a gap between the thought, between the narrative that goes on the inside, and the one noticing it? the mind is used to being in charge, it can be very cunning. So even judgment, self-critical thoughts, they can also be noticed. Feelings or restlessness or anxiety, they're also events in your inner life that can be noticed. And so is bodily sensations. Take, for instance, the surface that you're lying on or sitting on. Just notice how gravity is creating a pressure whether you touch the surface. If you're sitting in a chair, notice the chair interacting with the surface of your body. And see that there is a difference between the sensation and the one noticing it. Something is happening inside your inner space. There is a sensation arising. And there's also spaciousness. There is a space in which this sensation arises. And this can be very tricky to notice because the mind cannot really capture space. It's void for the mind, and that's what we're aiming for. To go where the mind cannot go. Your most inner self that cannot be captured by thought. Resting where the source of your awareness arises from. When there is a thought and there is a noticing of thought, see if you can turn your curiosity to where does this noticing come from? Who is the I that notices a thought? And be aware if you get pulled into analyzing rather than just observing, seeing what is alive right now. You are the living embodiment of you, of life itself. This is about noticing that, resting back in it. Notice what it feels like to be in your body right now. Has any part of it relaxed? And see if you can just acknowledge what it is like in this very moment. And be aware what your mind is telling you about the situation. Almost like you were watching a movie, listening to your mind. You're already it. You cannot fail at that. It's just about noticing it or not. And ask yourself if there's anything from this moment that you would like to bring with you. You'd like to revisit, explore some more. We have approached the end of this guided meditation, the end of being together in this form. You're listening to Consciousness and Me, and my name is Josefin. Thank you for letting me join you on this journey. Hope to see you next time.